Men need to stop courting and marrying ran through roast yammy. So many guys are running after roast yammy, you know, and it's not worth it. Spending all this money, expensive dates, just for roast yammy. You know, you're not getting nothing out of it. You're getting headaches. You're getting disrespected. You're getting all this leftover DNA. You know what I'm saying? And it's just ridiculous. You're not getting nothing out of it now, and you're not getting nothing out of it in the future. You know, you're not being real with yourself. You're not being real with yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're just not being real with yourself. You know, you're going through hoops for something that's not even yours, something that's acting like it's not yours, something that will never be yours. It's not about you. It's about them. They don't care about you. The moment you really need them, they're going to leave. 99.9% of them. If you find that 1%, you better run for it. Run for it. Run. You better run. If you come across that 1 to 7%, because believe that 93% of them is just ran through roast beef. Nothing, no feeling, desensitized, ungodly, abomination. It's not good for you. And it's nothing to be proud of. Many of you guys are spending a fortune, wasting your life, wasting your time and energy over something who's going to skip to the next week. Matter of fact, you courting today. When she get home, she can give some of that leftover food to the next one. It's ran through. It don't look normal. Like roast beef. It look like roast beef. It's not normal. You're putting yourself through too much hoops and drama. Unnecessary drama. For no reason. You gotta stop that, man. You gotta stop putting yourself through that. You know, I know you're human. I know you want a nice looking woman with a nice peach and a nice tight hot pocket. But now, them hot pockets look like roast beef. Them hot pockets ain't no good, man. You know, ain't no recycling it. You know, Jesus himself would have to heal that. Jesus himself would have to heal that. You're putting yourself through too much drama for something that's so for the streets, ran through. You know, it's ungodly. And thanks to the Simpsons, they still act like they brand new, but when it's really actually ran through, thanks to the Simpsons, because the Simpsons keep putting it on the pedestal. They taking it to Aruba. They taking it to Aruba, taking it to Jamaica, taking it overseas. And when it go overseas by itself, it's getting ran through by the tour guide, other guys from other countries, all that. You know what I'm saying? It's getting ran through. And you run around getting your self-esteem, going low because sometimes they reject you. You better be glad they rejected you. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous, man. You know, they got to come stronger. They got to come correct. Start putting some value on your ham bone. Start putting some value on your ham bone, man. You know what I'm saying? Put some value on your ham bone. If anybody can have your ham bone ain't worth nothing either. Even if it is strong. You know what I'm saying? Even if you got a strong ham bone. Because ham bone, have you heard? It's wild out here, man. And they know that. They know that stuff look like roast beef. They know it do. They already know. So they don't know which way to go because society has told them that it's okay to operate and act like men. They want to do everything a man do. Because the devil said, you can do what he do. You ain't got to listen to God. You can act just like a man. You ain't gotta listen to you ain't gotta listen to you ain't gotta listen to God. You just as equal as him. And every time you try to be something that you're not, disaster come. Disaster come. Mm-hmm. It's crazy out here. You got to stay prayed up. If you meet a virtuous woman or a unicorn, you better stay with her. Because these ones out here, they just all lost. They in a trance. They don't want to dance with men at the party. They want to act like they don't need men. And they having the best time of their life without men. They going against their own nature. You ever seen we the only creatures that go against our own nature. We supposed to be intelligent, no? We supposed to be intelligent, but we going against our own nature. We the only creatures that go against our own nature. Mm-hmm. It's sad. It's sad, but that's the way we do it. We go against our own nature, man. Gotta be real with yourself. They going through 4 different guys a month. To be honest with you. They going through 4 different guys a month. The average one nowadays, when they don't have no shame, they don't have no shame now because dudes dealing with anything. Men ain't got no standard. So they don't got no shame. They don't have no shame. At all. They don't have no shame at all. You know? They don't have no embarrassment. They have no shame or no embarrassment because this society and music and everything has stripped away that. They no longer precious. Certain words can't, innocent, precious, all that stuff is no more. The only thing that's innocent and precious nowadays is babies. They not innocent and precious, most of them not. If you find an innocent and precious one, over 25, you hit gold. If you found an innocent and precious one over 25, you hit gold. Other than that, you short. Other than that, you short. Don't just be wifing up anything, man. Courting and taking out. While you doing all that, the dude, even though she's ran through with the roast, even though she ran through with the roast, you ain't getting nothing out of it. You just spending money and not being yourself. You just spending money and trying your best not to mess up. You walking on eggshells. You spending money, walking on eggshells. And the other dude being himself, and he ain't spending no money. He walking around with old New Balance with no shoestrings. You know what I'm saying? Old New Balance with no shoestrings. And she's talking to him normal, showing him all this attention. When you took her out, you hang out with her, you got to find all these creative words for her. Like she's just so special, and you got to entertain her, and you got to impress her. Well, the other guy, not half a man as you. He's not half as attractive as you. He don't have half as material things. He's not as close to God than you. You know what I mean? You just care more. You care so much that is, when you care that much, it throw you off. That's why God said worship him most, because when you love somebody that hard, man, they don't appreciate it, and they take advantage of you, and you chase them away. And most people like that. Most people can't handle a certain amount of attention and love. I said most people can't handle a certain amount of attention and love. That's what I tell all my guys that do consultations with me. All the guys that do consultations with me, I tell them, I said, man, look here. Your love and your attention, if you're a loving person, you're going to have to learn to be selfish. And you're going to have to learn not to be as nice if you got a good heart, because people are going to take advantage of you if you got a good heart and you're nice. People are not going to appreciate that, no matter how valuable you are. They're not going to appreciate your good heart. You have to mix it up. If you got a good heart, you got to be selfish a little bit. You can't be as nice. You can't laugh around. You can be yourself, but you're going to have to let them know that you can't be taken advantage of, because they're going to take advantage of you. So I would say not be as nice. You're still a great person. You just ain't going to be yes. You ain't going to be smiling and being yes, and let them know that there's consequences. There's consequences for the actions. You have to let them know that there's consequences for their actions. You know what I mean? Because if you act like it ain't no consequences, for their actions, you short. I wouldn't recommend that. Don't do it. Don't act like it's no consequences for your actions, bro. So that's just something you got to do, man. That's something you got to learn, because you're doing too much for something that's not brand new. You're doing too much for something that's not brand new. It's used up, no walls, no filling, no desensitized, and you're doing the most. You ever heard the term you're doing the most? People don't want you. They don't appreciate you when you do the most, man. They don't want you when you do the most. They don't want you when you do the most, bro. They don't appreciate that. They don't appreciate that when you do the most. That's just the way it goes. That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. That's just the way it is. Oh, yeah. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah. So you got to stay prayed up until Jesus come back. He's already here. The Holy Spirit is here with you, man, but you keep getting deceived by the beauty. I know you're human. You ain't got to be perfect, but I'm just letting you know, keep an eye out on beauty because the devil worked through beauty. Keep an eye out on beauty because the devil worked through beauty. Keep an eye out on it. Keep an eye out on it, man. I'm here to let you know. Because that's just how it go, man. I'm here to let you know that it's a strange world. It's a strange, strange world. But God is good, man. You know, that's why I tell all them guys to do consultations with me. I say, man, look, don't be, you know, just like Kevin Samuel said, don't be choose your woman with your eyes closed. Because if you keep trying to get a woman based on her looks, you're going to get on child support. You're going to get cheated on. You're going to, you know, the baby not going to be yours. You're going to go through some drama, some trauma, and waste your money, your life, your youth. You might end up bitter, all kind of stuff. All because you wanted the pretty girl. And the pretty girl want ugly dudes because they feel like they can control them. And they can't even control the other ugly dudes, but they feel like they can control them. They feel like they can, but they really can't. They feel like they can control the ugly dudes, but they can't. You know what I'm saying? They feel like they can, but they can't. You know? You know? So, it's just a strange times, man. Strange things going on. Strange things going on out here, yo. The devil is at work. You don't take no naps. You know, that's why you got to get my latest book, God Don't Like Fake People by the Seed of Solomon. I go by the name Seed of Solomon on that. God Don't Like Fake People by the Seed of Solomon. You want to get that book, you better get it. Yeah, you can Amazon it and whatever you got to do. Google it. God Don't Like Fake People by the Seed of Solomon. That's my latest book. All y'all wanted me to write a book. There you go right there, my face on the cover. You know how I look. You know how I look. My face on the cover, man. I said my face on the cover, man. God Don't Like Fake People by the Seed of Solomon. Also, I got a book called Common God's Girlfriend. Common God's Girlfriend. And then my name, Alan Williams on that one. Alan Williams, the millionaire. But it's going to be Alan Williams on that book. You want more information on that, message me on Instagram, Alan Millionaire Show. Also, if you want a consultation, all y'all should be following me on Instagram right now anyway. Don't just watch and listen to these videos. You got to follow me on Instagram and Alan Millionaire Show. And you got to download my latest album, Eccentric 777. Yeah, featuring Beyonce. Yeah, Beyonce on my album. Check it out. Yeah, Beyonce on my album singing Eccentric 777. Alan Reed in there. God bless, man. You got to give your life to Jesus Christ. Confess with your heart, mouth, and mind. Confess with your heart, mouth, and mind that Jesus Christ got on the cross for your sins. And you will be saved. You will be saved. And you will go to heaven. You're going to go through some drama and trauma, but God going to give you a lesson and a blessing to be a blessing. Ain't God good? God is great. So you got to keep on doing that. You got to keeping on, doing it right. Yeah. You got to feel good. You got to be goofy. You can't take nothing too serious in this world. You know, many people label me as a chosen one. Yeah, it's a fact. I'd be corny if I said it wasn't. I'd be telling you a lie if I was telling you it wasn't. If I told you I wasn't chosen, I'd be lying to you. That'd make me more corny. You know what I'm saying? Telling the truth ain't arrogant. Telling the truth ain't arrogant. But pretending like you're not what you are is corny. You know what I mean? So I believe that's corny. So it's a lot of forces, that's trying to get us chosen ones from every angle. But we getting so stronger now, and the time has come where our powers are getting so powerful and strong that they ain't gonna be able to do nothing, because the God power is so powerful that the demons are already scared. They know they can't touch you. So I don't know why you scared as a chosen one. What you scared for? They scared of you and you scared. You acting like you scared. They can't touch you, bro. They can't finish you. Even if they touch you, they can't finish you. You know what I mean? But I'm Alan Reed, and they hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell button. You want that oil to come with it, you know what I'm saying? Oil to make that hamburger get long. You know what I'm saying? That oil, you know what I'm saying? That oil, you know what I'm saying? You gotta message me on Instagram at Alan Reed and that show to get that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I give you the more details on that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta hit me on Instagram, Alan Reed and that show for that. You know what I'm saying? You know how this thing go, man. I'll give you more details. Want to consultation, message me on Instagram, Alan Reed and that show. God bless you. Give your life to Jesus Christ, man. We live in strange times right now. Follow me on Instagram, Alan Reed and that show. You want that consultation, and you want some advice about anything, you want my opinion on anything, hit me up. God bless. I'll talk to y'all later. Eccentric 777 album available right now. iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, YouTube, all that. We out.